Good morning, everybody. This is the Bulgarian Street Preacher, or as I now call myself by now, the Bulgarian Disciple of Yeshua. So, getting ready to start work here today, but wanted to share some thoughts that I've had in the past couple of days since hearing of Los Angeles-based street preacher Ruben Israel, with him passing recently. Passed on Saturday. Street preacher for 40 years about, and I wanted to share some thoughts. I've been looking on like his Facebook page, looking at different things that people are saying about him, and I know that there's a lot that didn't agree with him or used to be with him, and I used to follow him a lot like I did. I've only met the guy once. And then decided to taper off and do their own thing or go off by themselves like I am now, as a street preacher as well. So, but today you get to see me in my paint clothes, since that'll be what I'll be doing today. But yeah, I know that there's a lot of people who will want to bash him. To my surprise, I saw one street preacher saying he was a Catholic hugger, which to my it was surprising to me, seeing as Ruben is known for smashing Mary idols to bits at Catholic conventions. Uh, but it actually had to do with a friendship he had with Franklin Graham, which I don't necessarily agree with either. But I see so many talking about Ruben's character, saying it was wonderful, it was great. But the reason that I've decided to stop following Ruben, having much to do with him, and now really desiring to preach with him, had to do with character that I saw. And even with being on the receiving end of some of the character that he displayed. And so I'm just going to state it and leave it up to you guys, any street preachers that come across as any other people who knew of Ruben or preached with Ruben. If this pops up in your searches, this video, I doubt it's going to be shared, because I'm not going to advocate for, try to be a unity with everybody that you disagree with, or just because of how many years of street preaching they have compared to me, where I've only street preached for 6-7 years. I met Ruben 3 years ago at uh, a Donald Trump rally. He was in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, out by some airplane field. I don't remember what it was. And I was there with another street preacher, anti-abortion street preacher named Nicholas, a good friend of mine at one time. And Nicholas and I had arrived there first. We're doing our own thing, then we're about to leave, and I recognized what turned out to be John Williams' vehicle, where he has a lot of pro-life, anti-abortion stuff on it. So we went, tracked him down, found him where he was parked, and met up with Ruben. And then we went from one area to another together. We just kind of observed how they all preached, how their conduct was with people. And I decided to linger a little bit because I wanted to talk with Ruben about some stuff that I disagreed with, regarding his character out on the streets. Stuff that I had, again, this was my first time meeting him, with stuff I had seen in videos or heard about from others who had been with Ruben. Like Like one of my older brothers preached with Ruben on 2 occasions, once at Mardi Gras and once at a Chicago Pride Parade. And he had come back saying, oh, they would take part in a lie if somebody maced. Somebody in the street preaching group maced, even in self-defense, which I would expect that from them, that they would defend themselves and not purposely go out and pick a fight. But then that they would lie about it to the police. Police would come and they would say, oh, we didn't mace anybody. And that they'd destroy evidence, change the videos, whatever. And yet, and when I even addressed that to Ruben, he just decided to rely on his videos. Say, oh, well, we got videos that record everything. Why is it that I not only hear it from one person, but other people ended up coming forward during that time period? That was 2017. That a lot of stuff was going on within the street preacher community and some divisions happened. And other street preachers are coming forward. Oh, yeah. Evidence would have been tampered with. This is actually what did happen, validating what my brother had said, even when my brother was choosing to go out into the world and live for himself, live for the world. Not just that he's trying to look rebellious and trying to accuse preachers of sin, but his words were validated. So I went up to Ruben. I sought to be completely respectful, addressed certain things, and he at one point, my friend who was standing with me decided to just simply ask him, oh, how long have you been street preaching? Just wanted to make conversation. And Ruben flipped on him. Said, oh, I've been preaching for 40 years, and if all you got on me is one problem, I'll see how you do in 40 years. And I told him, I then said to Ruben, hey, that's got nothing to do with why I'm talking to you. I'm not just accusing you of one thing you did in 40 years of preaching. So, and then he decided to start walking off down the road, and it's a neighborhood area, houses, like the one that I'm in, like the neighborhood that I'm in right now, houses all next to each other, and on a TOA bullhorn, decides to turn it on and say to me, I don't know about you, but I think you're the reason that your brother fell away. And I responded to him by saying, well, actually, he's told me it's been you guys that were the reason. So I've been seeing people say, oh, Ruben was the most humble, most unassuming guy. Okay, why was I assumed to have been the cause of my brother falling away? When actually the main religious influence for my brothers was the church we attended and the street preachers he hung out with. He didn't get much religious influence from me. Rather, it was the other way around. I got my inspiration to street preach actually from my brother, who got it from Ruben and got it from another friend of his. So again, I don't want to be accusing. I don't want to, I guess, disrespect him in his death and talk against him. But that's just stuff I wanted to address and point out. I didn't see the character of Ruben that everybody else saw. Rather, what I would see was when you got along with the guy, didn't accuse him of stuff, didn't address stuff with him, then you became his favorite.